In lesson 7, what comes next, what comes later, we are just practicing arithmetic and geometric sequences. What makes an arithmetic sequence what it is? Well, you keep adding the same thing. What makes a geometric sequence what it is? You keep multiplying by the same thing. So in these problems in the Launch, Explore, Discuss, we're going to be finding in words and in symbols the equations for arithmetic, geometric. They're going to throw in a neither on one of these. It's neither arithmetic or geometric. So after the first example, let's go ahead and look at number 1. I'm going to be just writing the recursive and the explicit on these. So on number 1, we're adding by 12, and that makes it arithmetic. We're going to find the next term by adding by 12. We're going to, on the recursive, now we're going to make sure we write the first term. The first term is 3, and then we're going to say f of n is the previous one plus 12. And to find the nth term, we're going to start at 3, and we're going to add 12 n times. And that, as an explicit, is start at 3 and add 12 n minus 1 times. We're saying n minus 1 because, again, we're starting at 1. Our next function is a multiplying function by 2, by 2, by 2. Every time we keep multiplying by 2, that makes it geometric. To find the next term, you multiply by 2, the recursive. Again, we're going to say, where does it start? And then the function is the previous. And this time, you're going to multiply it times that common difference. Explicitly, we'd say that the function is where it starts times the common ratio to the n minus 1. Function C is arithmetic. You're going down by 9 every time. The recursive starts at -8, and f of n is the first number, and then the common difference times n minus 1. Oops, that is explicit. Sorry about that. So on the explicit, I'll do the recursive. The recursive would be f of n is the previous minus 9. Now we'll go back up here. On number 4, this is, again, geometric. It's multiplying by 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, so on and so on. The recursive starts at 2, and f of n is 3 times the previous. The explicit is we're going to start at 2 and multiply by 3 n minus 1 times. Number 5 is neither. You'll learn about this type of sequence next year in Integrated 2. We're going to then skip the rest of these. And function f is multiplying by 1/5. The r is 1/5 on this one. So it is geometric. The recursive is going to start at 10, and then f of n is 10 times 1/5 to the n. Oops, I did explicit again. N minus 1. That one would go down here. The recursive is f of n is f of n minus 1 times 1/5. So for the table, I'm just going to show it to you from our previous attempts to put this together. It's a lot of writing. So just pause the video if you need to write this down. Well, we're going to stop there. In the lesson summary, we describe this pattern of growth as arithmetic or geometric. That's why the title of the lesson is What Comes Next, What Comes Later. We'll see you in the next video.